If you are retired or getting close, your money is now a target. Not because you did anything wrong, but because you have spent a lifetime building a nest egg, you live on a fixed income, and the people who prey on that know it. Last year alone, Americans over 60 lost more than $7.5 billion to fraud, a jump of nearly 60% in a single year. And that is just the scams. The quieter losses, the fees, the lazy savings, the simple paperwork most people never set up drain even more year after year without anyone noticing. I spent more than 20 years in banking, and I sat across the desk from retirees who lost money they could never get back, almost always to a mistake that was completely avoidable. So today, I am going to walk you through the 7 most common ones and exactly how to protect yourself from each. None of this is complicated, and every bit of it is in your control. A quick note before we begin. I spent more than 20 years in banking, including about 10 years as a branch manager and district manager, so I watched these mistakes happen up close. But I am not your banker, your attorney, or your financial advisor, and nothing in this video is personal financial, tax, or legal advice. Rules, benefit amounts, and bank policies change and vary, so check the current details for your own situation. The stories I tell come from real experience, with the details changed and the people never named. I use a few tools to help make these videos, but the experience is my own. With that said, let us protect your money. So let us start with why retirees get hit the hardest, because understanding it is half the protection. When you retire, 3 things become true at once. You are sitting on the largest amount of money you will ever have, your life savings. You are living on a fixed income, so every dollar lost is a dollar you cannot easily earn back. And you grew up in a time when a phone call or a letter from a bank or the government could be trusted. Scammers and even some fees are built precisely around those 3 facts. The good news is that none of it works on someone who knows what to look for. So let us make you that person, one mistake at a time, starting with the quiet ones. Mistake number 1, letting bank fees nibble away at a fixed income. When you were working, a few dollars in monthly fees or an overdraft charge barely registered. But on a fixed retirement income, those same fees are a real and repeating loss, often a couple $100s a year for nothing. Here is what most retirees never do. They never ask. Banks routinely offer accounts with no monthly fee, and many have special accounts for customers over a certain age, with the fees waived entirely. And if a fee slips through, a quick, polite phone call asking for it to be removed works far more often than you would expect, especially for a long-time customer. So step 1, call your bank, ask for their no fee or senior account, and stop paying to hold your own money. Mistake number 2, leaving your savings asleep. A lot of retirees keep a big, sensible cushion of cash in the bank, which is exactly right. The mistake is where they keep it. Most traditional banks pay a savings rate of about 1/3 of 1%, while completely safe, federally insured high-yield savings accounts pay many times more for the very same money. On a healthy emergency fund, that difference can be hundreds of dollars a year, money that simply shows up for doing nothing but moving your cash to a better account. It is the same safety, the same easy access, just an account that actually pays you. For money you want to keep safe and reachable, there is no reason to leave it earning almost nothing. Mistake number 3, misunderstanding how your money is protected. Here is something every retiree should know cold. Money in a bank is federally insured up to $250,000 per person per bank. That insurance is one of the safest guarantees in the entire financial world, but it has a limit, and that limit trips people up 2 ways. Some keep far more than that at a single bank, leaving the extra uninsured if anything ever went wrong. Others are so worried they keep large amounts of cash at home where it earns nothing and can be lost or stolen. The fix is simple. Know the limit, keep your money inside it at insured banks, and if you have more, spread it across institutions so every dollar is covered. Mistake number 4 is the costliest of all, falling for a scam the bank cannot undo. This is the $7.5 billion problem, and I need you to really hear this part. Once you wire money, send a gift card, or move money into cryptocurrency, it is almost always gone for good. The bank cannot pull it back the way it can with a normal card dispute. So the protection is to recognize the setup before you ever send a dime. The red flags are always the same. Urgency, a caller claiming to be the government, your bank, or a grandchild in trouble, and a demand for payment by gift card, wire, or crypto. No real government agency or bank will ever ask for that. So the rule is, when in doubt, hang up and call the real number yourself. Slowing down is the whole defense. Let me tell you about a gentleman who came into my branch one afternoon, calm but in a hurry, asking to wire a large sum right away. Something felt off, so I asked a few gentle questions. He had gotten a call, a man claiming to be from a government office, saying his accounts were compromised and he needed to move his money to a safe account immediately and tell no one. It was a textbook scam, and he was minutes from sending nearly everything he had. I walked him through it slowly. We called the real agency together, and of course, there was no case, no officer, nothing. He sat back in the chair and let out a long breath. That pause, those few questions, saved his entire savings. That is all it takes. Mistakes number 5 and 6 are the paperwork ones, and they are quiet until they are not. 5. Putting an adult child on your account as a joint owner just for convenience. It feels helpful, but it can expose your money to that child's debts, divorces, or lawsuits, and create real problems down the line. Often, a simple power of attorney does the same job far more safely. And 6. Never naming a beneficiary on your accounts. When you add a payable on death beneficiary, that money passes directly and quickly to the person you choose, skipping a long, public, expensive legal process. Without it, even a simple account can get tangled up for months. Both fixes are free, take minutes at your bank, and spare your family an enormous headache later. Mistake number 7 is brand new, so pay attention. As of late 2025, the government has stopped mailing paper checks for Social Security and other federal benefits. Everything is electronic now, by direct deposit into your bank account or onto a government-issued debit card. If you or someone you love still relied on a paper check, you must have direct deposit set up, or payments can be delayed or interrupted. And here is the catch: scammers are using this very change as bait, calling and offering to keep your paper check coming for a fee, or asking for your bank details to set things up. The real agency will never call you that way. Set up direct deposit yourself through the official Social Security website or your local office, and ignore anyone who reaches out first. So let us pull this together into a simple plan you can act on this week. 1. Call your bank and ask for a no-fee or senior account. 2. Move your safe cushion into a high-yield savings account. 3. Make sure no single bank holds more than the insured limit. 4. Treat any urgent call demanding a wire, gift card, or crypto as a scam every time. 5. Review who is on your accounts and who inherits them, and fix it with your bank. 6. Confirm your benefits come by direct deposit. That is it. None of it costs a thing, and together it can protect tens of thousands of dollars. If this helped you or someone you love, please share it with a retiree who deserves to keep what they worked for, and subscribe, because there is a lot more where this came from. So remember this: the money you spent a lifetime building deserves to be protected with the same care you used to build it. You do not need to be an expert, and you do not need to be afraid. You just need to know the handful of mistakes that quietly cost retirees the most, and now you do. Call your bank, set up the simple protections, slow down when someone pressures you, and trust the instinct that says, wait. The people who keep their money in retirement are not the wealthiest or the most cautious. They are simply the ones who knew what to watch for. Now you are one of them. I will see you in the next video.